Alright, let's start up a game here and see who we get in captains. Today is one where I think he's kind of fine, but I can't play at a reasonable pace because my brain makes me hyper-optimize it, and I just don't have fun anymore. So we're not going to pick it. Romeo is weird. I have had some interesting things happen with him. Earlier today, I played a game against a thing in the ice that was Romeo that had gold spirit of vengeance on turn 4. So that, like, obviously that's a thing in the ice thing more than a Romeo thing. But it is the type of thing that he can sometimes do. Merryweather, I just find kind of boring. We'll play Romeo because I don't really want to play Merryweather if I roll into something bad, so... And we'll just see how this goes. I don't really have strong feelings on his deck. I don't know what to do with him yet, is the thing, mostly. And maybe I should play like his starter deck rather than whatever it is I throw together at some point. Which is like a Blackbeard Hercules, try to kiss into them a little bit early, I guess. Power them up with some spells and transform into them. Obviously got a fair number of quests in there, Toto. But yeah, like, in terms of like an overall plan, don't really have one other than try to kiss things up. We'll see how this goes. The Dragonling is good for Romeo because ideally you're triggering him on turn 3 after you've recruited an uncommon. Like going into turn 4 and then you get an instant, like a rare then. Stepmother, because Puss would... We'll just take Stepmother as another alternate quest. And we lose, which is not terribly unexpected when you recruit Dragonling. It is sad that we didn't get to attack with them, though. I think I just want to make the Dragonling stronger. Like, yeah, we can move towards the Stepmother quest, but I don't... And taking the silver means I can possibly trigger it this turn, but I don't really want to, because I'd rather kiss an uncommon to a rare than a common to an uncommon, especially if it doesn't happen until next turn when I'm already recruiting uncommons. So I think I just want to power up Dragonling so it's not this one attack thing, which very frequently is nothing. And then of course I'm followed up with a shot that is mediocre at best. I'll take the Jack in the Box because it is a villain. Okay, Puck makes the Jack in the Box actually good. I'll just go ahead and set it up like this. And tie. Okay, so I'm going to recruit the Minotaur over the Jack in the Box because I'm going to trigger the quest and immediately just kiss the Minotaur up into a rare. Wand of Shielding, probably, because, again, it will just immediately trigger and something off of that. So, kiss the Minotaur. Maverick and Icewing is excellent. And now I'm going to take the Catatouille over the Stepmother. Kissing into Maverick and Icewing is basically the high roll of what you can get in terms of just keeping things going with Romeo. I'm gonna cast spells to trigger Catatouille because I want to trigger the Dragonling next turn, like with an attack this turn. Next turn I want to get the Katatui treasure, which will trigger the Maverick and Ice Wing, and I'll be able to double kiss Maverick and Ice Wing to get a legendary on turn 5. So just want to power up the Dragon Lane, make sure it can attack this turn in order to get that going. Alternatively, Miseria is basically the alternative to Katatui. And frees up, doesn't force me into, well, I can recruit it. If I lose, I'll trigger it, and then maybe if Dragon Lane doesn't get to attack, I still get to have Miseria. No, because if I trigger Miseria, I'll get the spell, the True Love's Kiss then. And then I would want to kiss Maverick and Ice Wing before he triggers. I actually don't like that. So we're just going to let Big Teeth the puck so he's not deadly. Okay, good. Dragon Link attack. Didn't trade, but we're good. So. And, okay, we win the fight. And now we're going to do exactly what we planned out. So we're going to take... So the Lesser Magmac would give me 2 Katatui treasures. Is that good? It's not the best thing, but it's fine. Not really a candy deck. It would just like kind of make the candy spells a bit better. Katatui is in here not because of any candy synergies really. Well, I do have Viscount, so that's a reasonable epic payoff. But none of like my legendary like end game things are specifically candy. But Captain's Cutlass is only kind of okay. Ring of Valor is not good at this point, really. So I think we'll go and take, just like get some extra incidental sweetness. I am going to silver the Maverick and Ice Wing, because if we can... If I cast the 3 bags full, it would give me that first before triggering. I'd get a copied common treasure, which is potentially better than the copied Katatui treasure. Or I just recruit the stepmother or the Miseria to go again. I think I do want the Miseria to get over the Jack in the Box. And now we're going to cast a spell. Get 2 double magical piping bag. Trigger my swing. Timeline Duplicator would, at this point, I should, because the True Love's Kiss shops are already there, so it wouldn't double up anything this turn, but it would allow me to trigger on common, uncommon, and rare quests again, and when I trigger an epic or legendary quest, I would get 2 kisses. So this it's kind of similar to what I was talking about with the earlier. I saw the gold Spirit of Vengeance on turn 4 because of the thing in the ice. It's that kind of thing where you'd like trigger a quest, get a massively scaled up. So I think you're going to take that, and then I believe that's how this works. I think I'll still only get 2 True Love's Kisses this turn. Yes. Okay. But we are going to kiss the Maverick and Icewing up to Crystal, who actually... I don't quite trigger her this turn, which I think means I don't want to kiss her because I want her to trigger and get 2 kisses. So I'm going to kiss the Katatui here. The Blackjack, which will help trigger Crystal. Hopefully. And Miseria. So I've got 4 treasures and 1 mage here. So if I lose and get a Blackjack trigger, that'll trigger Crystal and Miseria, and I'll get 3 True Love's Kisses. So we kind of want to lose. I want Blackjack to survive, and I want to lose the fight. So I'm going to put Puck in front just to make my stats slightly worse. I still don't know that I will lose just based off of my stats here, but against a Chucky, it's possible. Because they're going to have reasonably high attack on some toys. So we survived Blackjack, so that's step 1. I actually do have 5 treasures. I had 4 treasures before, now I have 5. So now we get the Constellation Prize. So I have 6 treasures and a mage. Triggers Crystal. I get Crystal's Ball, which gets stronger with the True Love's Kisses. So we're going to be able to scale Crystal up to a secret rare at least here. Unless we hit a legendary quest here. Okay, Titania, we're just going to kiss that up to a secret rare. We get a Tiamat. And we don't really have a good True Love's Kiss target here now. So I want to keep... Tiamat means I actually want to keep the Blackjack. And the Dragon Knight. So I guess we'll just kiss the Miseria. Because it's the highest rarity thing that's not the Blackjack. Okay, Greed would, again, scale our Crystal's Ball. I think... And so I think I'm going to Greed Tiamat. And we've got a True Love's Kiss. I'm going to kiss this goodie bag up. So Sunflare. Okay. I want Blackjack to live and then die, which makes deciding where to buff kind of weird, but he's not going to die, is he? No, none of my dragons are going to die. Okay, so now you get to see Crystal's Ball doing some stuff, but this down count range is 13, 13 to all 3 front slots. Do that. Again, Tiamat, probably not actually going to do a whole lot here. I can take the Chameleon and try to wait until turn 9 to have him hunt into Secret Rare. We might be able to do that. Let's try this. Okay, Dragonling dies, gives us a Ring of the Magus, which is nice. And again... Okay, Blackjack dies, gives us a Heartseeker Bow, which isn't really anything. And a tie, actually, so Tiamat also triggers. I'm good. Yeah, none of those treasures. Well, no, none of those were really good. Viscount Chocolate, we don't have the sweetness for that because we haven't. We got the double sweetness, but we haven't actually recruited any new quests recently. Cast meat in the bakery. Stinky over Sunflurry, I guess. And just recruit the Sparkles with the highest rarity thing. I don't think we need the Shrink Tea, but I might stand corrected. No, we're fine. So this is powered up by Crystal's Ball, so it's just a 15, 15, 18, 18 of those. So we're going to cast that. Oh, wait. My Chameleon hunted into Blackbeard at very small stats. That was unexpected. Okay. Okay, so this is fun. So Tiamat gives the dragons farewell. Daisy Jones triggers the farewells. Blackbeard can trigger Daisy Jones. So now I just need to. So I want 2 dragons in the back. The Dragonling is better stats. So I'm gonna replace one of these because I still want to keep the Stinky just as a scam tool. So Blackjack can. Uncommon treasures aren't really important, so I think I'll just wait. So 40, 58, and 57, 73. Yeah, I'll keep the Dragonling just because for the stats. And hopefully, it's not too late for Blackbeard to hunt things. Nope. Good. Toys, yeah, we're good. So we're going to get a bunch of treasures here. So Hat of the Coven is fun. What extra do we all get? So we got Hat of the Coven, Rainbow Bridge, Gloves of Thieving. Got a hidden treasure room somewhere. Energizer, Pixie Dust. Let's cast Lost in the Woods here. 3 wrappers full. It's a candy common, also powered by Energizer, and gives us an epic treasure for his hidden treasure room as well. So, yep, cast that. Oh, it's an uncommon treasure because of the lucky chest. Oh well, that's okay. Dwarven cart. It's not affected by being candy, but given the setup we have here, is probably just still the best thing far and away. So sad we don't get an epic here because I forgot about that. But what is the highlight on? Oh, it is highlighting on Crystal's Ball. But double buffed by Crystal Ball. So this is going to be 30, 15, 15, and then double. So we're going to put this on the Blackbeard slot just to make him more likely to hunt and keep our treasure thing going. Oh, I killed Daisy Jones. That's unfortunate. Still win this fight and get a treasure. Daisy Jones Locket. Our farewell abilities are also hunt abilities. So now Blackbeard is going to trigger Daisy Jones, which triggers the Dragonlings. But also he's going to trigger the Dragonlings himself. So that's really good. Grodo. And again, just power up the Blackbeard. Maybe I should have powered up the Daisy Jones. Dipping chocolate. Because I do need the Daisy Jones to also survive. Although it's less critical now that Blackbeard will directly trigger the Dragonling and Tiamat, the farewells. And But we got it anyway. So Santa's Cookies, Sword of Valor, Golden Fountain, Wand of Strength. Golden Fountain and Wand of Strength are pretty good there. Are we dying? Might be dying. Got a locked treasure chest, which is irrelevant with the Golden Fountain. Toy box. Fortifications is fine. Boots of Magic Find is potentially interesting. Get our consolation prize. Cart obviously triggers. Get all three because of the locked treasure chests. So we get all of them. Dragon Dice, Drive Engine, Piping Hot Pie. And then we get 2 more? I'm not entirely sure why. Dwarven Cart should be hitting, like, shouldn't be able to trigger anymore. I guess, did we trigger it twice last time? I didn't think that was possible, but take the... None of these really do anything. Gemstone Garden, Tink's Torches, maybe I take a... Well, helps with Blackbeard. Can trigger. We don't have any supports at the moment, though. Stroke of Midnight, because we, again, like, we're scaling pretty well, but we are still, you know, we lost, so. Do I give up the Stinky for Mr. Fox? Is that worth it? In terms of, like, just raw numbers, no. No, it's not. I think I'm gonna power up the Daisy Jones? I just kind of need to keep current numbers high, which would mean casting the What Big Teeth. And we want Daisy Jones to live. So, okay, we might be in trouble. Okay, we got the hunt, though, so that's kind of like the main thing. Okay, Stinky, bounce off of there. And it's still a loss, but it's close. It's real close. Okay. Trash can, printing press, I think. Now I'm gonna take Gold Sunflurry. Unfortunately, Midas Throne isn't doing anything, and neither is Excalibur. But we'll take this because it's more treasures. And then I think we're probably still dead here. Because Twinkle Twinkle doesn't do anything either. I think we just don't have enough here. We're gonna cast Twinkle Twinkle because I think they still have multiple life hearts left, so that'll be good. Yeah, if we survive this round, an extra 40/40 on something might be useful, but I think we're dead. Yeah, the Guardian of the Grove stopped Blackbeard from hunting, and Daisy Jones didn't hunt. Yeah, we're dead. Stupid ranged. Otherwise, that would have been a tie. We weren't quite big enough that if we attacked into Licorice, we would have lived anyway, so attacking into Licorice would have also died there, but there might have been some attack pattern there that would have done it, but oh well. What can you do? We got a cool thing going there. It's a little bit unfortunate we didn't see any more quests after that turn with our double Romeo in order to get more secret rares. But sometimes that's what happens. They had just slightly bigger numbers. We weren't able to find something that We just got a Fairy Pancakes on that last round. We got a bunch of things on that last round. Flock of Mimics. If we gotten the Mega Mall a little earlier, if the treasures that we got off of that Gold Sunflare were better than Midas Throw and Viking Longhouse, we might have been able to do something. Poison Apple would have gone hard there with the Blackbeard, possibly. Uh, yeah, just wasn't quite enough, which, happens sometimes. But we did get second place. Lifesaver, Licorice, Cotton Candy. We might be able to move into some kind of do more with candy because these are Licorice is especially is a very good candy card. Lifesavers fine for something where you're trying to take some risks early with like completing quests, but I don't think it's necessarily good for Romeo. But anyway, second place.